I'm really live. Yeah. What about you? Hi, Joey. Good morning, Meredith. I'm out again because it's really nice today. And it's a lot warmer than yesterday. Hi, Tracy. So, I thought I'd come up here to the park and the graveyard next to it because it's so pretty. All the daffodils. It's like covered in them. Yeah, I hope you're alright, Joey. Injury free. I thought it might be early for some of you guys. But, you know, it's nice to see the cemetery through the daytime sometimes. So 3 a.m, where are you guys at then? You must be really over like Pacific time then. We're in a very old cemetery built by Bigfoot. Are you alright? Oh, right up there. Okay, got you. So I guess the other guys, it's about 6:30, isn't it? More on the east coast and central. Oh, it's so pretty, really. This is just a sea of daffodils, I guess you can see, but just covered in them. And there's the odd crocus, but really the daffodils have taken over. 5:30 central. Thanks, Tracy. You're up early. Is that your normal getting up time? Hi, Dimples. 5:30 where you in Louisiana? Put that right in there. It's a view over the bay there where we go down on the beach. We're actually quite high up here in town. One of probably the biggest, yeah, the biggest hill in Lancaster, I would say. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be a regular thing getting up at 5:30. Randy, I don't know. Must be before the 1800s, 1700s maybe. There's some very old graves here. Just going off the headstone dates, obviously. It's a hell old, oh yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but this is almost like this hill is almost straight, vertical. Oh, I think I missed it, Joey. Just reading some of these. These are tiny. Could be children here as well. Little headstones for children maybe. They tend to separate the kids. In some, this is another cemetery in town where there's just a section for children. Hello, Falcon. Was it worse than your first shot? (1882). Hey, Sandy. This is a unusual design. I don't actually know what that means, like a stack of rocks, what that symbolises, because I see a few like that. Oh, that hill has nearly killed me. There's some much older ones at the back here. (1889). It's weird, isn't it? You have there's 3 chapels on here. I should really find a little bit more, shouldn't I? Find out a little bit more about the history of this place. I've been up here before with some of you guys, so you know there's these 3 chapels. One there, one directly opposite it, and this one here. This one feels a bit smaller than the others. It definitely is a little bit different to the others. whoever these were. None of my family are buried in this cemetery. I'm sure there'll be famous people, I just can't think of who. I'll have to have a think. There's the little furry thing. I'll find out, Randy. I'll get you some facts and see what I can dig up. Pardon the pun. But there's bound to be loads of info about this cemetery. Where? Oh, the chapels, Joey. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe this was the. This is a really big one. Maybe this was the first one. Maybe they were just overrun with services. I don't know, and they built 3 chapels to do the services in. Or I'm not sure, but I will look it up. Maybe they, you know, chapel of rest. Maybe this is where they could just lay bodies and people could come and, you know, visit before the burials. It's another possibility. I'm guessing, you know, back in the day there wasn't the benefits of cold storage and things like that. I'm not sure. But this is got different heads on this one. So it'll be interesting to know who those people were. I've got a feeling that the chapel over there has got the King and Queen on. That's just a guess, but I was just thinking that. I say it's got something to do with that. Yeah, it could be. And it's on. They're all slightly different. That's got like an entrance, and then the roof just goes up. Oh yeah, this one looks, you know, it's got the entrance, it's got another spire up there, another section as you go in, and the same with that one. So yeah, Randy, there's some actually just right over there to the right. Those clump of trees. It's not uncommon to find people sleeping, homeless people sleeping in there through the summer especially. And like you say, no one disturbs you in a cemetery, do they, at night? And another fun spot to be in is in the middle of a roundabout, because nobody ever looks. They usually, you know, ours are all planted up with trees and stuff like that. You could quite easily have yourself a little picnic in the middle of a roundabout and no one would have a clue you were there. No, you're right. Let me have a look. It has got one on there as well. There is a cross on the top of that. I don't know if it is a Celtic cross. Someone will be able to tell us. I don't think that is it? It's not really a... Not quite getting it. There we go. So if anyone recognises what that might be. And there's another little thing on the top of this spire as well. That's as close as I can go. What is that? Is it just like some decorative something? How do I go back? That's it. Yeah, and then we'll look at the heads on here. because, I mean, it's likely king and queen, they wear crowns. Of what era, I'm not sure, but that's the lady on this one. That's a crown of some sort, or a headband of some sort, some head attire. Not too sure what. Oh, and we've got our angels. And I love the stonework, you know, just the little details in the stonework, and especially kind of like around the windows and what would have been windows. I'm guessing glass would have sat in there, or maybe not, who knows. What's to do? So I wish there were some clues to dates maybe, but can't see any. That looks like replaced. That looks like plastic or some sort protecting those windows, perhaps. I reckon it's beautiful inside. What, you think it's beautiful as well? Yeah, she says. So, jury's out. It's probably really smart inside. Now these are much older than the stones up here. Hello, Judith. Yeah, I just thought I'd get out. Just because it's weekend and I can do. And I probably won't have much time in the week. Who knows, but I wanted to. I've not been out for ages really. I know I was out yesterday, but really getting out and about, I've not been able to do, so I'm doing it. You see the carving done on these all those years ago, no machinery. Just skilled men or women. Maybe traditionally men, just because, you know, back in the day, that seemed to be how it was, but I'm sure there's many talented women. This has always been. Yeah, and you know, just imagine chipping that bit off in the middle by mistake. You have to start again. So I live more in the country, killed by Bigfoot. I mean, I live in a town, but we're in lockdown still. We've been in lockdown for months, and so no one's really supposed to be going out anywhere too far away from home. This will be classed as, like, you know, going out for exercise. But there's lots of beautiful places here, so and go walks and stuff like that. So it's nice not having a lot of people about. But I am next to a big park in Lancaster has a huge memorial on it that was built by Lord Ashton. But I think it's shut off at the moment. I don't know if you guys watch something called Peaky Blinders, a series. But they've been filming up there for the last few weeks, so I was going to wander up there and see, but if they're up there, part of it will be closed off, so I might not bother. But I find this place more interesting. Well, yeah, Costco with the family, but we're not allowed to bring our families out. People are not allowed to bring the families to go shopping. They're like, just come out on your own. But obviously people are doing whatever they want. It's a shame. I think it's driving people crazy, and I think I started to even feel, I'm a bit of a homebody, so, you know, get out, do my thing, and I'm quite happy to be at home. But I think for some people it really affected their mental health. I'm sure it did, 100%. And yeah, you need to get out, don't we? I mean, just looking at trees and the sky and just the simple things can make you feel amazing. So it's such a shame to feel like you're going to be deprived of just seeing such simple things that can make you feel good. So, yeah. You stop hunting Bigfoot? We are, Andy, yeah. But it's going to be lifted in the next few days. I think it's starting to lift in the next few days. I think we can meet now. I think 6 people. You can meet up to 6 people that you know. And no, I don't think things are going to go back to normal. I think we'll still be wearing masks for a long time, and maybe come winter, if you know they're worried about the flu, which is always a big deal at the winter, especially for the elderly, they're going to want to go into lockdown before winter so they can deal with the hospitals can deal with other ailments that people are going to get. So I don't know, I feel like 2021 is going to be another living in limbo land year for me, whereas you can't really do a lot. So yeah, just making the most of it, coming out. Now, I've completely forgotten, I wish I hadn't, and someone, was it Judith who wrote into me, tell me what these meant? I'm sorry I forgot who it was, and I can't think. Oh yeah, we're having to have vaccines now as well, because we won't be able to do certain jobs and we won't be able to travel and get on planes, and we'll be having vaccination passports, certificates, and yeah. Sorry, did I miss someone? Oh. Is it because we're a smaller country? I don't know, and we're all squashed together. I don't know, I don't feel particularly squashed. Oh, look at that. What was that, little lamb or little something? And a bird. Look at the amount of detail seriously put into this. Exactly, smoking and alcohol are the, legal drugs. They decide what drugs are legal. Is that a little dog of some sort? In ever loving memory of Frances Geraldine, younger twin, daughter of J. Lawson's. 1939. Until the daybreak and the shadows flee away. I love that. I love that. It's full of animals, and she must have loved animals. Drugs as in, which, not, pot, acid, LSD, none of that's legal, but I call, tobacco and alcohol a drug, and that those are the legal ones that we can have, because they do create, worse, if not more, problems for people. Come on, Miley, be nice. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Bless her. Put into that stone. It's actually carved out and put into that stone. It's looks like a different texture altogether. Highly, yeah, nicotine is a real, what it costs the health system to look after people with, with cancer or whatever else, emphysema, CPO, is it? And alcohol, alcoholics. It's just terrible what it does to people and their families. If you become an alcoholic, if you use that drug to get you through whatever's going on, it's serious. It's not just someone picking up a bottle, it's an illness. And yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? What do we say is all right and what isn't all right? Randy, I think what they do is they build on top of them. They lay on top of them, and you find a lot of graveyards are on a hill, and I have to wonder why. And maybe, over the years, over the centuries, they just build on, they lay people on top of other graves, and who knows. But cremation is the way to go, it seems. Lots of people now getting cremated, and such an expensive do, isn't it, dying? I'm afraid to say. You're looking at £3,000-4,000 for a funeral. I don't know. Something we don't think about, isn't it, I guess? How would we want to go? Some people just say, well, just bury me in a cardboard box, it's cheaper. But actually, those cardboard boxes are not that cheap. So I don't know. Guess we're all going to get there at some point. I actually did that with my mum's ashes. I buried them with her mum and dad in that cemetery, which I should go and pay a visit one day. Good morning, EM Tardle. How are you? Hi, Frank. Thanks for joining me. Good morning, Joseph. $1,000. That is ridiculous, isn't it? It's a lot of money, isn't it? I mean, I don't know what people are thinking. Just they're always going to make money from people dying, so why make it so expensive? They're going to be not really short of business, are they? To be honest. I think I'd want to be sort of, scattered down at the beach. That'd do me. I'm not really attached to the body, and I know it's somewhere to come, isn't it? It's somewhere to come for someone to remember you, but I just remember my mum anyway without going to remember all the people I've known and loved died that I don't actually go to the graveside to visit. Is that weird? I don't have an attachment to the body. I know it's a spot where you can recognise them at, but many spots are like that, aren't they? Judith, it's a good idea, but a dead body's quite heavy, It's quite heavy. Could you put your kids through that? Well, isn't this what reincarnation is about? Somehow we go back into the earth, don't we? And something will come from us, I'm sure. We'll come back into something. I imagine when they put these in, they never thought these trees would grow this big, possibly. There's a lot of... Oh, it's wood pigeons, I think, yeah. Yeah, like I say, you don't expect they thought that tree to grow. I think they're all yews, aren't they? Yew trees. So 1881. So over 100 years and more, 140 years for this tree to to grow like that, I guess. Where's my dog? Oh, my dog's probably lost me now. So there she is. I'm whistling a deaf dog. Yo! Here, look. Just, oi! It's so hard when you've got a deaf dog, is it? There you go, she's seen me now, it's alright. No, I don't want to be embalmed either. Have you checked out, I had Carl Crew on my show, and he owns the California Institute of Abnormal Arts, and he has a 100-year-old embalmed clown in a glass coffin. Looking pretty good, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you can see the hair up the nose, and it's got its makeup on and everything. The skin looks amazing, but it's a weird one, that one, isn't it? Do you want people to come and look at you in a glass coffin? That's what we do here as well. You can, I think it's called Plant a Life. You go into a, you know, a thingy. It's not the right word. In a container where they've got a tree sapling. And then you can just bury it. It's like a sack of some sort, you know, it's just holding the soil and everything, and you put into that, and then you just plant it. And actually, when I've been up to Halton, there is an area there, and where people have had trees planted, and there's a for them, to them, with plaques, little plaques by the trees, remembering the people. It's like a remembrance place, with a ton of trees, and it's a really beautiful place by the river. It's got to go somewhere, Joseph. It's got to go somewhere, because we are, like you say, we're you know, we've got life in us, electricity, and it has to go somewhere. We are all connected, I guess, if you look at it like that. And hey, Patrick, how are you? I've been meaning to message you, Patrick. I'm sorry, I've been silly busy. Frank wants to be stuffed. And what? Mounted somewhere? The whole body or just the head? I mean, oh, I lost. I keep losing connection because I'm in a bit of a silly spot. It's sweetie, you can only be buried for about 7 years, then let someone else use the plot. Really? Okay. We are, and our bodies are just a shell. Are they not? Can we not leave them in some form to travel to other places? Are you working, Patrick? Working hard, I hope. Tracy, just one day at a time. I know it sounds easy, but just think of it as one day at a time, and distract yourself every time you feel like one. There's a trigger, isn't there? There's a trigger when we want one, and it's to stop that pattern. So if you have it with something, don't do that thing. I know it's easier said than done. I smoke, so I can't really, you know, I have given up before. Not been very successful at it. You know, it's association. I don't smoke all day, but when I sit down and have a coffee in the evening, yeah, I like one. So wow, Patrick. Now I know this is the entrance to the cemetery. I believe that this building is much, well, I'm saying I think it's much newer than the other ones, but look to me, and that's why I'm saying it looks a bit newer, but I don't know. Let's go up a bit more. Come on then. Should we go up to the park? Yes. It is really pretty here, Patrick. Hi, Katie. Yeah, all the chapels that we looked around, the three up at the top of the cemetery, all had the same, but all different heads. And two in particular had some sort of head dress of some sort. So I'm going to do a bit of research for you guys. They've built houses down here, but this all just used to be, you know, field. Hang on, let me get my dog before she... Hang on. Right, oh. Right, there we go. Hang on, I'm gonna get run over. Hang on, I'll tell you what the temperature is in a minute. See this? We have a lot of pavements like this here where they planted trees right on the edge of the road on the pavements, and guess what? They grow roots, and we have lots of this stuff here. Lots of dangerous paving. Hang on, Miley. I need to find out what the weather is. It's 10. So I believe 10 is around 50, maybe a little bit under. 49 Fahrenheit. So it's nice in the sun, but not so warm in the shade. That guy's on his bike with a mask on when he's on his bike on his own, and he's wearing a mask. I know, Lee, you know, I understand if you're next to someone or talking to people, but if you're just on your bike, you know, making your way home up a country lane, there's no need. So we're going to the park now, and we're all, you know, hands, face, space. And we've got more daffs. Some people do name the houses, yeah. I haven't named my house. I don't know what to call it. There's the police there making sure we've all got our masks on, I presume. I don't know. But anyway. Let's go up the main drag because I want to see if the memorial's shut off. Come on. (27 degrees) what, Fahrenheit? Okay, this is let you off and then you can just follow me. We don't have to do all that pulling. Red Berries. That's an interesting name for a house. I mean, I know a few houses, Ivy Cottage and Rock Cottage and yeah, generally cottages. I know. I guess it's nice, isn't it? That's what people do. I guess you're allowed to do it, aren't you? I'll just wait for Miley to do her sniffing. It's what dogs do apparently all the time. Sniff, sniff. And she hasn't been out a lot, to be honest, to go somewhere a bit more interesting than where we've usually been going, just like hanging around the house, around the back field and down the canal.
Like, that was a bad idea. Oh, I didn't know if that was going to hit somebody then. No, but we'll have to see.
Well, you'd know if it had. Come on. Oh, this dog, I might have to go and get her. Come on, good girl. Come on. Oh, I've missed all your messages, I'm sorry. Oh, Patrick, thank you for that. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was just staring at my dog waiting for it to come up to me, so I've missed. Let me go back. Let me see. Oh yes, the Isle of Man, that's just across the road from me. Well, not across the road, I have to get a ferry, but the port is just a couple of miles away from me. Yeah, I'm going to need a vaccine before I can come to America, absolutely. Before I can leave England. I think that's a £5,000 fine if you're messing around with that kind of stuff and not getting one. Isle of Man race. The Isle of Man race is called the TT races. I don't think it would quite have been on last year, but all the bikes come through here. Come through Lancaster, Morecambe to get to Heysham to get the ferry over there. Alright Patrick, you take care, have a good one, and we'll catch up soon, yeah? And I tried your tortellini recipe and I loved it. Thank you. Yeah, Lee, isn't it? Just sniff, sniff, stop, start, sniff, sniff, stop, start. That's what dogs do though. But it's great, you know, just let her off and do her thing. I like to keep moving if I can. Are you going, Judith? You take care. If you are going, if not, you know, hello, stay. Harold, she's 14. She's 14, so she's an old girl. And oh yeah, I was looking at that guy, Patrick Ray, right. She's 14, and so I just let her do her own thing, really. And last year, I mean, she stopped coming out. She stopped wanting to walk with me. She just had enough. And I think she was pining for Barney, as I was. And just going out for walks just wasn't as much fun without him. And I think she was really pining for him. But this year, she's got a bit of a spring in her step, and she's been on a few walks with me now, where we've been out for over an hour, and she's been quite happy to walk it. What she was doing was, I would drive maybe 20 minutes somewhere and get out the car to go for a walk, and she'd get out, have a pee, and then just walk straight back to the car as if to say, right, let's go back home. I was like, no, we can't go back home. So COPD, you're right, that's the one. Yeah, she does waddle along, but you know what? She's like a puppy, and when we, for an old girl, she's still got it. Hi. We're nearly at the memorial. Oh, I could have got a cup of tea, but I've got no mask. I can't do anything without a mask. And yeah, I wasn't expecting to come here, but do you hear? Hang on. The princess's dad came up to the... I did not hear that. This park is really pretty. Yeah, I've never been round at night. I mean, I haven't even walked round here, but I like. I would go around that cemetery at night. The only thing that puts me off is, like I said before, it's quite probable people sleep in some of those tree clusters. They almost form like a tent when you go, but you know, inside the middle of them, it's a dry covering for people who are homeless, and I think that would be the only thing that would put me off. And I'm not worried about them, but I'd maybe feel a bit daft talking to myself, walking around at night. Not, you know, why don't I feel daft in the day doing it? I'm not really talking to myself, but you know what I mean. I think I'd draw attention at night. So I think I've got a mask in my car, but it's too late. She's coming. I think I'll just do a quick loop around the memorial and then head back down to the graveyard where I'm parked. Well, they should be getting up soon, shouldn't they, Katie G? They're probably being triggered now. And they start early as well, don't they, birds? Much earlier than you think. Oh no, Harold. Oh, you're in a better place now. You've got everything under control. Now this place is probably going to be a bit busy, but I'm not going to hang around for too long. Oh, it's getting warm now. Says it's the same temperature, but no. Why is my dog going the only place that we're not supposed to go? Oi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Good girl. Good girl. All the place to go, all the park to go, you decide to go in this spot. Oh man, I cannot get your collar on, your lead on. Stay there. Come on. This way. This way. So we've got her on lead now. So there's a play area here for kids. That white building there is called the Butterfly House, and as you guess, maybe, it's got it's like a tropical room building with turtle. Ashton Memorial, built by Lord Ashton for his wife, in memory of his wife Jenny, and built this park for the town to enjoy. And as you can see, it's right over there is the bay. I'll just walk around a bit. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Harold. My father has had the same problem with his blood thinning medication, and I know how it can just completely send you off kilter and lots of things, doesn't it? It doesn't make you feel good when the medication isn't right, so I'm glad you've got on top of that. Well, we've probably got a few Starbucks here as well, and Costas and Cafe Nero's, and expensive though, isn't it? It's just cheaper making a coffee at home. See, that's would have had water coming out of his mouth into this well, and again all this stonework to look like, I guess, water falling. We're coming round on the other side, and there's a ton of steps there. Last time I came, I think I came up the steps, so maybe we'll go down the steps, but people can get married in there. Look down at the playground, and So that is the bay right over there. You can see the water's out. There's a little strip of it, a little channel still of water, but that's where I go. Take the dog. That's the Lake District in the background, all those hills and fells. And I'll go up there sometime and take you. That there is Morecambe Bay. Right over to Ingleton, not Ingleton, what am I talking about? Arnside, Silverdale. So yes. Yeah, you'll have to fly in drones. I think certain areas though you need permission or a license. I'm not 100%, but I think in public places you can fly them. Yeah, you should do, Harold. Right, let's make our way back. I'm getting hungry and I can't buy any food because I don't have a mask. Is he right about that? Killed by Bigfoot? Was there not a new law suddenly come out that you could? I mean, how can you? Why can't you fly in the wilderness? The wilderness is protected. You could kill anything though, couldn't you? A bird in the sky with a drone, absolutely anywhere. But I guess, you know, I don't know, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with it. Rules are rules. It's a good job I didn't get a coffee. They look a bit cute. All that cute. So. Right, we'll go through one more bit of the park called Fen and Car, and it's you can see this park obviously is full of people. It's got you know, trails for people to go down. It's very user friendly, prams and kids and blah blah. But down the side here there's something called Fen and Car, and it's just not user friendly for kids and prams. It's for taking your dog down really. It's a bit more you know, natural, no concrete. And that takes me back out, the other side takes me back out to that cemetery, so we'll go down there and come on, this way. And I can let the dog off there. Come on. So I know that when I go down on the beach, that there's always people down there with drones going out. I'll look up the laws here and I'll see. It'd be interesting just to see comparisons of, you know, what we can do, what you can do. We don't have huge parks like you do though, or at least public areas. Well, we do, but I mean, you know, you're such a bigger country than us, so no, we're not going that way. We're going this way. Come on, we're going this way. Well, I think it's easy enough, isn't it, to look all that information up yourself, just to see, and I'm sure you have, to see whether he's right or wrong. You never know, do you? Oh, it's really warm now. It's nice. I've got a ton of jobs to do in the yard, in the garden today. I'm going to get the power wash out and get the yard cleaned up in the garage, so it'd be nice to have at least some sunshine. I love this little gate. I know it's simple, but I love these quirky little things like that, how they've made that gate. This is a little, you know, we can... Taxidermist, get Ken Walker on it. I wonder if anybody's ever asked Ken Walker to stuff them after they've died. I'm going to ask him. I don't think you can get stuffed, can you? I'm just thinking about the skin. I mean, I don't know. I know with animals, it's more of a hide, isn't it? They have. They kind of just, do they turn skin to hide to stuff it? I mean, you can stuff snakes, can't you? And I don't know. I want to look into this now. I think you started a trend. Getting stuffed, so they're getting buried. Yeah, I know. It's kind of, it's like they use polystyrene, don't they? There's your body, they make a form, and then I don't know if I'm liking the idea. It's making me feel a bit queasy now. Oh, I was going to say about the fish. Did wonder. Hiya, Brandy. Brandy with her long hair. We were talking about lockdown hair last night. I was on Texas channel, Trinity Paracryptid last night, and I was saying that I've not had a haircut for maybe 9 months. But I've got one due this month, 24th I think it is. Can't wait, because I'm looking, well, it's all over the place. And we'll announce, yeah, next Thursday. Don't know if Katie G's still in. Katie is coming on the show next Thursday. This Thursday coming, to have a session with Larry Baxton. We're going to be drawing Bigfoot again, and Katie's been very kind to agree to come on and share her encounter and what she saw. We're going to have Larry drawing it, and I absolutely love Larry coming on. Katie, that's a long time. Well, you know what, Katie, I'm a bit of a bugger really. I don't really bother that much with haircuts. I try and do one once a year, maybe twice a year. I just tie it up most of the time. And do you know what's really weird is I never wear my hair down unless I'm doing a show. And normally I just tie it up. I just bang it up in a bun. And I don't know. But so yeah, and then the following Thursday, me and Tex are starting a new show, and it's going to be on true crime and cults and things like that, and all sorts of things about how the mind works, why we do the things we do, traits of narcissists, psychopaths, domestic violence. They're all come under hidden existence. These things go on. We don't always know about them. It's very hard for people to come forward, isn't it, with when they're dealing with people like that in their lives. So it's going to be fun. I'm really going to enjoy it because I've always had an interest in true crime, and so has Tess. And it's going to be great to chat with him and discuss cases and things like that. So I hope you'll join in and tune in and see if you like that kind of thing as well. I know I do a lot of Bigfoot, but that wasn't the intention to only do Bigfoot on Hidden Existence, because as we know, there's lots of things that go on, and I like to have a bit of variety. And I think you guys like a bit of variety as well. Come on. Well, we've actually asked, oh, I've completely forgot, thank you for reminding me, Joey. Tex and I are thinking of a name for the show. Cheese Freak came up with a good one, Hidden Evil. We're asking people to email us in. Tex at, I don't know Tex's email address, but you can do it to me, Daniela at hiddenexistence.com, if you can think of a name for our show, for our true crime show. It's not got, don't call it true crime, please. We're trying to, be a little bit quirky with it. And we're going to have a giveaway. We're going to give something away to whoever comes up with the best name. We'll use that name for our show. And we're going to draw, we're going to have a look at everything. I think the cut-off date is next Thursday. So it's going to be true crime, Killed by Bigfoot. True crime, cults, how the mind works. The bad things that happen to people, and why does it happen? And how do these people's brains work? So Larry's going to be back this Thursday coming, which is the 8th, and Tex and I will be on the following Thursday, which is the 15th. But I will put plenty of notice up. I'll put a post up for that, so you guys know about it. But yeah, if you can help out with a name, send me an email, please, or leave a comment after the stream, if you don't mind. Just leave a comment anyway, if you would, and a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you've if you're feeling that way out. That's okay, but that does help my channel, does help it grow, and the analytics. I would love to kind of, and I appreciate anything you guys do. About criminals, it's kind of about criminals, yeah. It's going to be about crime, maybe a bit of detective work, Tex will be looking into these stories a bit more, not just reading a story to you, but actually looking into it. And I'm going to have people on. I've wrote books about certain crimes, and we're going to be delving into certain crimes that have happened where I live, in my town, famous ones. So the darkness within us, love it. That's a good one. Well, there is a dark side to everyone, I think. I think it's in us all. Of course, we don't all act on it, and we don't all. I think people can be pushed, can't they, to a state that I know there's no excuse for killing people, but people do kill people, and there must be a reason why it happens, and why some of them are so savage and horrendous, whereas some are so very simple. And you know, it's curious, isn't it? It's awful, but it's fascinating at the same time. Giving into the dark. That's a good one. Dark evil, isn't it? Those kind of words. Oh, strange animal. I will do, Lee. I need to grab that dog before she runs out into the road. Good girl. Good girl. You don't want to get squashed. I don't want you to be squashed either. So there's a building at the bottom of the road there. You can't see it, but it is huge. It used to be an old, I guess what they'd have called a mental asylum, lots and lots of years back. It's all been turned into apartments, basically. It's a shame, but I would have loved to have got into there. And we're back in the cemetery because my car's parked here. But I'll have a walk up there sometime anyway, and just because the old building's still there, and it's on a lot of land, so it'd be a nice little wander. So yeah, just a full circle. So guys, I hope you all have a good weekend, Easter weekend. I'm going to be on tonight with Jay on the Bigfoot Cafe. Oh, what swear jar? Swear jar. I can't say anything bad. Oh, you're welcome. Well, thanks for coming along, Joey. Sneeze. Oh dear. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't sneeze quietly, and I know people that sneeze quietly without a sound, right? I can't do that. It has to come out. I mean, where does it go if they're not getting it out and it's going back up the other end? I don't know, but thank you. I feel like maybe another one coming up, but who knows? Oh, that's not a swear word. And bless you too. Bless all of you. You say ouch every time you sneeze. I like a good sneeze. Thank you, Sandra. Oh, Meredith, you're a little tease, aren't you? Oh, the F-bomb. Do you know what? I did look back. I went over and had a look at it because I thought if I've sworn on my channel,
And she looks amazing as well. You wouldn't be changed by her.
So I went back and I looked at it, and I think I just went like F, and I don't even think I was saying the F word, but I didn't actually say it. So phew for that, eh? Mind you, I had a very successful week with donations, so the swear jar's full for quite a while now. Accidents do happen, we do slip, don't we? And you got to remember, I've been 7 nights, 1 o'clock in the morning, doing those live updates, which is quite a feat. I'm trying to think back how I got through the 12 days of Christmas for Bigfoot Odyssey, but it's all fun and I wanted to do it, so it's all good. But yeah, it's easy, isn't it, just to slip up certain words. I'm no angel, you know, I do say bad words sometimes, but yeah, try not to. I've got some rest, I've got plenty of rest. Yeah, I think I'm rested up now enough that I'm raring to go again. So, but guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me on my walk. I hope you all have a great day, great weekend. Get out and do something, and you know, do something good today that makes you feel good. That's the key to life, I think. All right, everyone, you take care, and hopefully see you tonight. But until then, bye everyone.